I'm starting to believe Austin Holloman more and more as I watch his content. And it's not me kissing his ass or anything like that. As I look out into American culture right now, I'm like, this brother is hitting the nail on the head. Now, if you guys don't know who Austin Holloman is, he's a guy that is doing a social experiment right now, traveling around the world to see what different societies are like compared to the USA, what women are like in different places, what people are like in different places, conducting a whole social experience on the world, using documentation and everything, video and everything, so you have evidence of it. Very intriguing stuff if you guys are into human nature and the way people do certain things. He even has some experiences where he almost got into some very deadly situations. So very informative videos when it comes to certain stuff. Now, do you agree? Will you agree with everything? Probably not, but you know, nobody's doing that kind of content like he's doing it. Yes, there's some passport bros in different areas and certain stuff, but he's going around the world: Asia, Europe, Africa, Latin America. So what got me to make this video, and as we get into this, I need you guys to like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you like the video. If you're in America, which most of you guys are, or if you're in the United Kingdom, or maybe you're in Canada too, the whole Western culture, you see how hard it is dating, especially if you're in the big cities. Austin made a comment in a video one time. He's like, self-improvement almost doesn't matter sometimes. Now, I don't fully agree with that statement, but there's some truth to that statement. Because some people, some dudes make good money and they can't find a quality woman. They can find women, they can have sex with women, but they're trying to start a family and they can't find a good woman that's good for a family. And that's the other thing we have to, wipe out, that little argument, that little myth. A lot of American men can get women. They just want a quality woman that's going to follow their program, believe in them, support them, and that's a good mother to their children, that wants to leave a legacy. Not every man wants to go around and screw everything, have baby mamas and all that stuff. That's not a good, a lot of men don't want that lifestyle. A lot of men, if we're being honest, either want monogamy or polygamy, meaning that they want one wife or they want multiple wives, not a whole bunch of baby mamas, not a whole bunch of random women all over the place, just pregnant, or that they're screwing in different places. So that's that. So we put that argument to bed. But he pointed out something else that was very intriguing. He says, you guys in America have to run game. I don't have to run game in these different countries, which makes traveling even more appealing. Looking what's outside of America even more appealing. Because let's just take for instance in America, right? You're on a dating app, or you meet a woman in person. A lot of women they're not approachable. So for you cold approach guys, you're probably struggling, especially if you're not tall and attractive, or you're not displaying a lifestyle of abundance. So you have that issue going on with that. Then you get the girl's number, and getting a girl's number doesn't always mean anything. Because whenever you get a girl's number, she may or may not text back whenever you tell her who it is. Or she might run a game. She's like, hey, you text it back, and she's going to wait 2 or 3 days. You have to act You know, if you reply too quickly, or if you, you know, do something too thirsty that deems thirsty or desperate, when in reality it's just you showing interest, or that person showing interest in you. It's not desperation or any of that. They just want to see you. If you display that too quickly, people will box you out of that game. You'll lose points for that. So the people on men and women's side are using this indifference, as if they don't care, as if they can take it or leave it. How the hell can you have a valid relationship when either you people can take it or leave it? You're supposed to be interested and want to see each other and want to be around each other. Also, when you have conversation with these Western women, they're not good conversationalists. You have women saying people that know how to hold a conversation. Well, you have to be asking questions back. To me, the questions don't just go in one direction. You should be interested in what I'm into as well. So there's some truth to what he's saying. And the way he breaks down how women of different cultures, whenever you talk to them, or when you go out in public, they're not isolated as much as they are in America, trying to hide their interests. They're more receptive to you speaking to them and talking to them. When you get their number and text them back, they respond rather quickly. They work long hours and still make time to see you. You have women in today's society that work a 9 to 5 and won't drive 10, 20 minutes down the street to come see you. You have to go to them. You have to find a place to meet in the middle. So he's really exposing America as being a country and a culture, as being isolated, non-social, very materialistic, that I think 70% of what he's saying is right on the nail, guys, which makes going to these other countries more appealing. Now, granted, it can be very dangerous if you don't know what to do. There's going to be goofy women over there as well. But the way he's living his life, he has to know there's something that he's saying that's true. And it's not just him. He's not the only passport bro that, you know, validates his arguments. Other passport bros that he interviews validates his arguments as well. There's a problem with American women, and it's a problem with American men as well when it comes to masculinity stuff. But ultimately, it's this feministic, and plus the isolation part comes from after COVID. It forced people to stay inside and work remote and all this stuff. And here's the other thing that I wanted to break down. If you guys have made it this far, because this is, you guys, I'm sure you guys can really relate to this stuff. Once you have too many bad experiences with these American people, because I'm sure women deal with this as well sometimes. More men seem to have these complaints than women, though, because women can get all their validation online. Once you have too many bad or too many bad rejections or a couple bad approaches, it drains you. So when you do actually find a woman that's showing interest, you have no motivation to talk to them, because it seems like you're being tolerated, not celebrated. People are putting up with you, not really honoring you. That's how it comes off. So he was saying in one of his viral videos that it kills your motivation in America to talk to people, because nobody wants to be social. Everybody wants to be on the phone, scrolling through social media, not interacting with other people. You're outside, but you're on your phone, not looking around, being aware, or wanting to socialize, which drains you of being social in the first place, which is another problem going on right now. You have the feminist propaganda that women believe that men ain't ish. Then you have the overly entitled women who think men should do everything, and all they have to do is to show up and be pretty, which promotes narcissism, by the way. Then you have men that don't want to approach women because they have too many bad experiences, and it's draining of their energy. They'd rather focus their time on something else. And then on top of that, to add insult to injury to all of this stuff, there's overweight people in America. And if you're overweight as a man or a woman, you're not as appealing. And a lot of you women complain about men not having sexual discipline. You better be glad some dudes don't have sexual discipline, because if dudes thought like the 80-20 rule like you women did, a lot of you women would be incels, because a lot of you women are overweight as well, just as much as the men. If men thought like that, the only people that would be procreating and having sex and furthering the human species would be like Margot Robbie and Chris Hemsworth and, you know, some of these celebrities that are good looking and make good money. Good wealthy businessmen. So you women better be glad, because you guys have lower self-esteem than men. We just got to deal with it. If you have bad genetics, it just is what it is. You have to deal with the world for what it is as a man. You have to accept your flaws and move on. Women can have these insecurities and get away with it. So you better be glad some men don't have D-discipline, because it's not really the fact that they don't have D-discipline. They're just getting what they can get. All he can attract is overweight women, because the other attractive women are with they have a stamp on their forehead with a price, and he knows he can't afford that. So he has to go lower his standards, which is another thing, which is going to kill your ego even more. Rejection lowers your standards. So American dating culture is shit right now. I mean, we can all admit that. We can all admit that. And the way that Austin is making it sound, that might be the best solution for you guys to leave the country. Because he says there's women that work harder but are more submissive over there. So if you haven't already, get your passport, guys, because that might be the move coming up. Because this dating culture is what it is in America. I don't see it getting any better. It's just it's getting annoying. It's getting stupid. The women, the standards that they have, like, they're completely out of reality. They're out of realistic expectations. Like, their whole expectations are unrealistic. It's baffling, mind-boggling on so many levels that you can have that much cognitive dissonance towards a different sex. Like, the propaganda that they put on women has done a number on them. And then you have, they're incentivized further to do it through these welfare programs and, you know, child support. So it's crazy right now. They're incentivized to do it. They're taught to do it. And you guys think you can fix that in a generation? It's going to have to get worse before it gets any better. So hopefully you guys came away with some valid points. You took away some valid points. Maybe you guys can relate to what I'm saying. Don't hesitate to comment. leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, like the video, and support the channel. If you guys want to support the channel, all the ways you can do so in the description below. I appreciate you guys watching to the end. You guys have a good day, a good week, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.